10 insane days of races, and it all comes down to this. Hey everyone, welcome to day 11, the ultimate finals of the mail-in tournament. This is the last round, and here are the remaining 8 racers throughout this entire tournament. Let's see which 4 will race first. We have Killa Kowalski from FPD Racing. We have Champagne Poppy from Blue Line Racing, the current defending champion. Numbskull from Team Numbskull. And the last one in this group will be RAF from the Races and Fun channel themselves. These 4 have all worked hard to get to this point, but 2 of them will stop their journey here. And 2 of them will move on to the final round. And so far, starting off in front, it is RAF and Champagne Poppy. Champagne Poppy is able to edge RAF out, going around the turn. Killa Kowalski is right behind both of them, and the Numbskull is not too far behind either. This is about as close as you can get with 4 racers, as usually 1 or 2 fall quickly behind. But all 4 are staying relatively close together. Champagne Poppy manages to grab the first win. Killa almost grabbed second, but RAF managed to keep it. And Champagne Poppy finished with a 14.26. Up to this point, RAF and Dusty Miles are tied for the fastest time with 13.9. Let's see if anybody can beat that before this tournament ends. But now, Champagne Poppy is pushing RAF forward at the beginning of this second race. Killa Kowalski is trying to do the same for Numbskull, but did not do so as effectively. And Champagne Poppy actually moved out of the way of the other racers and is now in the back. The defending champion is currently in 4th. They've got to make something happen to make up some ground, and it looks like they're starting to do it. But RAF is looking at them as they go backwards towards the finish line. But Numbskull managed to grab second, Killa in 3rd once more. But Champagne Poppy finishes in 4th. If anything's going to save them right now, it's that first place finish they had in the first round. Because they are still in 2nd in overall points. But they can't have things like that happen again, otherwise they will be knocked out of this tournament, which would be a shock to many fans out there. But now Champagne Poppy is pushing Killa Kowalski forward. And now Killa has the lead. Champagne Poppy is right beside Numbskull, both of which are blocking RAF from passing them. And it looks like they're doing it again. And now going around that turn, RAF, I think, spun around a little bit. But Killa Kowalski is taking full advantage of all the commotion behind him and taking a win for himself. While Champagne Poppy finishes in 2nd, RAF in 3rd, and Numbskull gets as close, basically, as you can get to the finish line without actually crossing it. A non-finish in the Ultimate Finals is extremely dangerous. But the fact that they made it to the Ultimate Finals at all is something to applaud. But now we only have 1 race remaining. 2 of them will move on to the last round, and 2 of them will fall just short of it. Currently, Champagne Poppy has 9. Killa Kowalski also has 9. Numbskull only has 4, while RAF has 10. It is basically a 3-way spot, a 3-way fight rather, for the 2 spots in the last round, and Killa Kowalski may have just lost his opportunity as he goes sideways on the track. While Champagne Poppy and RAF are fighting for first place in this race, and RAF managed to grab it at the last moment, but I believe these 2 will move on as Numbskull finishes in 3rd, and Killa Kowalski likely will not move on with a DNF. That is not the way you want to go out. Even if you don't move on, you don't want to end your journey like that. But that's exactly what happened, as Champagne Poppy is now moving on alongside RAF. And now for the second group, Sneaky Bob from Vapor Racing. Boomershine from Team Boomershine, thanks to Don Boomershine. Flip Gambino from Flips Racing. And Dusty Miles from Milestone Diecast Racing. These four have all shown great demonstrations of speed, and Dusty Miles, remember, is also tied for the fastest time, at least recorded. We have had some races where the timer didn't seem to be working, but in terms of recorded times, Dusty Miles is tied for the fastest time. And they are currently in the lead as the other three are pushing up against each other back there. But Dusty Miles is trying to find any opportunity to stay in front, and that's exactly what they did. And they take the first win along with a new fastest time. They were up to this point holding on to it alongside RAF, but now they are the sole holder of the fastest time once again with a 13.76. And there won't be many opportunities after this to beat that time, so it's likely that Dusty Miles, even if they aren't the champion of this tournament, they will likely hold on to the fastest time title. But now they are staying in second currently as Flip Gambino takes the lead, while Boomershine and Sneaky Bob fight for third place. Dusty Miles is looking for an open window to pass Flip Gambino, and it looks like he's got it. And he goes around the turn with the lead, shaking up Flip Gambino for a moment. And Dusty Miles takes another win, finishing under 14 seconds once more, while Sneaky Bob ends up on his back. It looks like they stuck too much to the outside, and that incline caused them to flip over. Again, a DNF rather, in the Ultimate Finals is extremely dangerous. That could spell the end of Sneaky Bob's time in this tournament, but we will have to see. We've seen bigger surprises before. But Dusty Miles is once again trailing behind Flip Gambino, and the other two are actually catching up to him now. Flip Gambino is trying to stop Dusty Miles from a sweep, trying to deny him a guarantee to move on like this, even though his chances are pretty much set in stone right now. And he finishes in second this time. And we have a new fastest time. For the longest time, ever since day 4, Dusty Miles held on to the title for the fastest time, but it's now been taken away, even though he just broke his own time, and now it's held by Flip Gambino with a 13.66. Just goes to show that anything can happen at any time. But now we have one more race among this group. The odds are in the extreme favor of Dusty Miles and Flip Gambino right now. But Dusty Miles is currently in fourth as he looks for a way around Sneaky Bob. He is now finding his way around Boomershine, and now he's back fighting for first with Flip Gambino. I don't think he'll have enough to get him. He doesn't. But the fact that he made up so much ground in so little time is absolutely incredible. But I believe Flip and Dusty will be the ones to move on. And they will! Great effort by Boomershine and Sneaky Bob, though. But now this is it, the final round in the entire tournament. 3 of these racers have held or currently hold the fastest time at one point, while Champagne Poppy, the remaining one, is your defending champion. This is about as good a group as you can get, given their current status up to this point. Champagne Poppy currently has the lead. They're trying to hold on to their champion title. Flip Gambino is making it difficult for them as they run into the back of them. But Champagne Poppy has none of that, and he takes the first win. He finishes with a 13.89. All of a sudden, everyone is finishing under 13.9. With all these fast racers now, it is going to be interesting. Champagne Poppy takes the first win. 2 more and they will be guaranteed victory. Into race number 2, Champagne Poppy is starting out in front alongside Dusty Miles. And Dusty Miles does have the inside, but Flip Gambino is not making it easy for them. And now all four are staying relatively close together. Champagne Poppy does a nose block to keep everyone from passing him, but he does have the outside lane. Despite that, however, he holds onto that lead somehow, while the other three lose some of that momentum, and Champagne Poppy is one win away from being your champion for this tournament and holding on to his title. But I'm sure the other three will make it a challenge for him. I should also be more specific. Champagne Poppy represents Blue Line Racing, and Blue Line Racing currently is your defending champion. So if Champagne Poppy does well, that title will still be upheld. But they are currently starting in the back. They do manage to pass Flip Gambino, who is now in fourth, surprisingly. But now they have some work to do. They are pushed forward by Flip Gambino, and they almost pass up Dusty Miles. It is quite the traffic jam going towards the finish line. I am not sure who's going to take it. It looks like RAF managed to grab the win, but I think Champagne Poppy might have managed to grab second. These are the kind of races we come here to see. Champagne Poppy does have second, so he currently still has the lead in overall points, and doing well here could mean continuation of holding on to the championship name. They are starting off in second, it looks like, pushing Flip Gambino forward. I guess kind of thanking him for the push forward that he got in the last race. But now Champagne Poppy is blocking the other two. Flip Gambino is all alone. I guess Champagne Poppy's strategy right now is to stop anyone from passing him as best he can, even if only one of them is still in front of him. But Flip Gambino finishes in first. Here comes Champagne Poppy in second. I think that's going to be enough. RAF in third. And here comes Flip Gambino. But he stops sideways in the last race of the tournament, doing a DNF. Or is that Dusty Miles, actually? If Flip Gambino finished in first, what am I talking about? I guess they looked quite similar from certain angles. But it is Flip Gambino who took the win. Dusty Miles had the DNF. And Champagne Poppy continues to be your champion. They are the defending champion once more. Congratulations to him. Blue Line and Flip Gambino have a prize waiting for them on Facebook. Thank you all so much for watching. See you all for another exciting tournament.